Hello guys and welcome back to my Fate Grand Order Ordeal Call to Archetype Inception gameplay. Okay, let us continue the main story. So we are in section 3 I think, or was it section 4? No, section 4. Alright, Old Dubai Holiday 1. Right, let's do it. Formation restricted, alright, I guess. Manual setup, here we go. Who should we take with us over here? So these are all you know what, I'm gonna take Draco with me. I don't know what I'm fighting, so you know. Okay, Master, we made it to Old Dubai without having to wait. Is that... At first I didn't clock it. Was that like the Starbucks logo or something? Old Dubai without having to fight at all. In fact, it seems extremely peaceful here. Seems a lot like the Old Dubai on Earth. Oh my... Right. Yeah, the people here aren't armed and they don't seem to mean us any harm. The whole place feels very different from Area F with its office buildings or Area 1. Or I, where our hotel was. I used to seeing this... Ah my god. Seeing this sign over there too. Masterbucks. Sounds vaguely familiar. What a wonderful name for a shop. And it smells amazing in there too. Why don't we take a look inside, Senpai? They might have food to go with their drinks. Good point. I can't get by without eating, but you and Fujimaru both need food and water to survive. BB Cosmos said everyone in Moon Dubai was an AI, right? So do you think they'll have normal human food around here? One way to find out. Stop! Hold it right there, newcomers. You can't just walk into the cafe. What the... All are welcome here in Old Dubai, but not at that cafe. They only allow a very specific clientele inside. Let me guess. Humans. Which we are. The boss specifically built Holy Masterbucks to be a place of rest for old humans who will come here one day. There you go. Like I said. It's going to take newcomers like you at least a year to build up the trust you'll need to set foot inside. You can start by collecting points at the shops on Main Street. Not so fast, RE17. There's something about these people that reminds me of the knights in Area F. Trust me, this organic frame gives me 6 cents for this sort of thing. Yeah? We can't let other areas steal any more resources from Old Dubai. Police! Police, we need you here. I'll even give you some meat when you're done. Meat? Oh, these are cops? What? Seriously? Actual meat, not just data? Ooh, screw those sugar fritters. I'm gonna use my brand new machine gun to really bring the heat. Well, not literally, since it's an air gun. You were... Oh, this is the cop. Okay. You were right to call us. No, that was also a cop. Okay. Man, it's been so long since I had actual work to do. So, you must be the vanguard of the Laughing Moon Brigade. Well, you won't be disturbing the peace on my watch. I'll prove to you that there's more to being a police officer than just eating donuts. Right. Alright. Easy, Ricky. These kids may seem harmless, but I can tell they've got some real bite to them. Watch out for that girl in particular. She's got the aura of a forest sage who used to live on Earth. No playing hero. If you're in danger, just surrender. We're still waiting on that patch for workers' comp, you know? Right, patch. Okay, I see. Wow, there's a bunch of people here. Or AI. I wouldn't have guessed there were so many people in there. They seem like a fun bunch. I agree, but I don't think that we'll be making friends just yet. They're clearly itching for a fight. Alright, let's give them what they want, but try not to hurt them too badly. I'm sure they'll hear us out afterwards. Alright. Ah. Okay,
決まったね。
示弾装填済みです。
よしよし。
よかろう。はあ。
噛み砕かれる。
ロササンディス。状況終了。排熱。そして魔力循環に移行しますね。マスター。
Okay, wait a minute. I'm recording, right? Yeah, I am. Okay. Damn, they're sweating. Wait, they're AIs, right? they're too strong. It's no use. Oldba is done for. Somebody get the boss. No, wait, the boss wouldn't be of any use either. Damn. We'll just have to run for it and take the boss somewhere safe. Maybe we can try Area D. I heard they have actual food there. What the? Calm down, people. Can't you tell? Nobody's dead. Look, they've already put their weapons away. They were obviously just humoring me from the start. Huh? Yeah, you're right. Are they just a bunch of saints or something? Anyway, that was painful to watch. I'd take an amateurish school play over that day of the week. Our people aren't just cut out for combat. They put on a big show in mock battles, but the moment they're fighting for real, it all falls to pieces. And you, well, you managed to subdue them all without harming any of them. Thanks for holding back. Here. Weren't handshakes a common greeting in the 21st century? I always wanted to try one. Ah, well, never mind that. I'm Hasara. I've lived in Old Dubai my whole life. Hi there, I'm Fujimaru. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm Mashkirialite. And I'm Bartholomew Roberts. I take it you're the boss these guys were talking about? What? No, I think it's Jinako. I used to be, but not anymore. That title belongs to Jinako now, yeah. She told me all about you guys. You're the master who came here from Kalia, right? Come with me, I'll take you to her. Oh, and don't worry about those guys. They'll heal up on their own. Did you hear that, senpai? There's still a lot we don't know about this Hasara person, but it looks like... I wonder if this guy's an AI too. Yeah, I'm sure, because, you know, they're... Like, Bibi literally said that everyone here is an AI. Except us. Alright. Oh my god. Wow. That is crazy. Well, this definitely looks like Jinako's place. Worship me. Worship me. Worship the great statue. I am one of the moon cancers. I am the anti-savior who shall lead humankind to its destruction. Is that really Jinako Karigiri? She's definitely got a weirdly intimidating vibe about her, but... Show your true self, Shutting. That forthright demeanor. That straightforward, palatable attitude. I knew it! You're the root of all evil. The reason I ended up in this place. You are Fujimaru, the master who came here from that accursed Chaldea. Oh, there she is. Just kidding. Did I scare you? So, what's up? Long time no see. How have you been? Oh hey, you're here too, Mash. And I'm guessing that guy who could use a little more meat on his bones is a servant too. I'm Jinako Kaigiri. I'm an indoorsy programmer who ended up as a servant because, reasons? Ganesha's not involved this time, so just call me Jinako. Right. So, let's get right to it. Let's tell each other what we each know so we can move on to the next event. Wow. Which brings us to now. I hope this has helped. Jinako? Ugh, I can't believe it. That's so sad. I had no idea all that happened while I was just here doing my moon cancer thing. I'm afraid it's true. All the other servants were banished. Lip was erased while she protected me. Senpai's been targeted all across Moon Dubai, so we only barely made it here with our lives. Not that! No fair! No fair! I can't believe you guys actually got to enjoy sightseeing in Dubai. I wanted to go too. I want to experience Dubai's cutting edge VR for myself. They say it's bleeding edge. Much bleeding edge. Jinako? That's what Jinako. So you've been here all the time? Yeah, I never got to go to the actual Dubai. Before I left, I was all like, Dubai, huh? Seems too hot and too rich for me. But I guess I could give it a shot. But then, when I ray shifted, I found myself here in Moon Dubai, in the year 3000 at that. I had to wait 19 more years for all of you guys to show up. Oh, good lord. What the hell? Yeah, that's what's... Okay, that is crazy. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, so... She was there when humankind got eradicated here, right? Because I remember BB saying something like humankind was last here in 3000 or something, like, or was it 2999 or something like that. It was nothing compared to what I had to go through in India, but it still did suck, not having anyone I knew around. Astolfo did show up later, but he had obviously gone off the deep end already. Then came the Lion Man, but he'd completely gone over to the dark side. Yeah. Besides all that, BB Dubai scares me. Humanity is dead. All these AI need my help. It's just been one thing after another. Thank goodness you guys came here to find me. Also, sorry I said it was no fair. It sounds like you guys went through some stuff too. Yeah, it's fine. It sounds like you really did have it rough. You really? Gosh, thanks. Man, I'd almost forgotten how comforting you can be. Alright, now that you guys are here, how about we play some video games to celebrate our reunion? Oh my god. Yeah. They've got this great racing game here that's retro for them, but it'll be super futuristic for you. Wait. I guess that makes sense. Jinako, I understand your enthusiasm, but are you sure this is the time? Remember, you, the Chaldeans, even we may as well be walking around with nooses around our necks. Good point. You're right, Hasara. We should start by laying everything out and making sure we are all on the same page. What would you like to know, Fujimaru? I'll tell you as much as I can. Bro, what the hell? Yeah? Oh my god, that is crazy. Are you the boss of this area? Yeah, I guess I am, technically. BB Dubai assigned me to Area C pretty much right after I arrived. He said it was my duty as a moon cancer, but I didn't really have a goal or motivation or anything. The only reason I wound up as a boss is that the people were nice enough to take me in and give me shelter. I'm still a servant and on, so I've been getting by these past 19 years by saying I'll take this seriously tomorrow. Wow. Don't be so modest. You may be pathetic, but you've still been doing your best in your own way. We all Dubaians may be AIs, but we don't support BB Dubai's policies. We don't want to see humankind eradicated. Unfortunately, that makes us outcasts here on Moon Dubai. Chinako's been keeping us safe ever since she got here. Which isn't to say she'd actually fought any battles herself. But by making this area the headquarters for her Moon Cancer campaign, she's also created a home for moderates like us. I see, so you've been fighting with words instead of fists. That explains why you were in your statue form. Yep, I've been taking full advantage of Ganesha's intimidating aura there. What are moon cancers to Moon Dubai? There's actually two types of moon cancers here. Natural and artificial. Okay. Natural types are obviously servants who were naturally moon cancers to begin with. Right. Servants like me and the candidate from Area H. Yeah, and then we have like characters like Astolfo and like, yeah, like I'm guessing they're artificial. Obviously, they're not moon cancers. BB Dubai didn't bring us naturals here. Moon Dubai itself called us here. Oh, that's okay, I see. It basically means we're on humanity's side. Just like the heroic spirits who get summoned by the land in singularities and stuff. I think me being a natural MC is also I ended up here straight from Khalid. Anyway, the servants who got turned into moon cancers after arriving here are the artificial ones. The candidates from area A, E, F and I all used to be different classes. But BB Dubai changed them to moon cancers after they got accepted as candidates. So that's why Astolfo was a moon cancer. But BB Dubai also said that the heroic spirits can't exist in this time period. So how did they materialize in Moon Dubai? Good point. BB Dubai woke up some AIs from as far back as 1400 to make them into masters. Oh. Astolfo's master is an upper class citizen named Anthony. Well, we saw him, yeah. Area I's candidate master is an ex-military man named Ben. Right? Area A's master is an academic named Rudai. And we still don't know anything about the master from Area E. Anyway, the servants who were brought here by Moon Dubai's masters have been running wild ever since they were summoned. Because according to their understanding, to help humanity you must define how it ended. It's got them very fired up. Okay, wait a minute. Servants who were brought here by Moon... servants who were brought here by Moon Dubai's master. Help humanity, you must define how it ended. Okay. Interesting. Also, so the natural moon cancers like Jinako and they don't have masters, I'm assuming, because they were called in by the land. Jinako's the only candidate who decided not to think about the fact that humankind is gone. Instead, she chose to spend time here with us. That's why her campaign slogan is something half-assed like, they somehow went extinct while they were being shut-ins. Right. Then you haven't been trying to advance the humankind extinction agenda like the other candidates? That's great, Jinako. Well, I don't know how proud I can be this time. I was mostly just too scared to pick a side. At any rate, now we know why there are no fewer than 7 moon cancers out here. What do you know about Moon Dubai? This city was built on the surface of the moon in 2600. Okay, so the 2400 masters were before Moon Dubai existed. You know, the one that BB awakened. At least in our timeline. It was modeled after the original Earth city of the same name, yeah. It was conceived as a cutting-edge city constructed in the desert with a combined total of human wisdom. Probably made for an inspiring promotional message back when they were first building a city on the moon. However, after all the humans on Earth were wiped out, Moon Dubai eventually stopped functioning as well. Then, in the year 3000, BB Dubai turned Moon Dubai's power back on and reactivated us AIs. Okay, then in the year 3000, BB Dubai turned Moon Dubai's power. Okay. who exactly is BB Dubai? I wish we knew. There's no denying that she's a city management AI like she claims. But when we woke up, she had completely taken over all of Moon Dubai, going well beyond just managing it. I'm grateful she reactivated us after we had shut down, but that doesn't mean I can support what she's doing. Not when she's been doing crazy things like creating moon cancers and holding this final boss of humanity's annihilation showdown. There are plenty of AIs out there who think she wiped out humankind herself. We have long suspected there's something wrong with her, or that she might even be an imposter. So you're saying you think BB Dubai isn't from this world, but a BB from an entirely different one? Yeah, at first I thought BB Dubai was just Kalia's BB getting up to no good yet again. But now that you have told us Kalia's BB exists independently, I'm even less sure of who or what BB actually is than ever. Okay, wait, so they're saying this BB isn't even the BB from this world. BB Dubai isn't from this world, but a BB from an entirely different one. Okay, so wait. Yeah, I guess that does make sense, because since Hakuno's here, I'm assuming this BB Dubai is actually the BB from Hakuno's world. You know, from that parallel world or whatever, because it's pretty obvious this is a parallel. They themselves kind of said that this is a parallel world or whatever. So okay, so here's like three things going on here. Our BB is, we know, the one who tried to send us to 2030, but like we came to 3000 whatever year this is. That is our BB, who got just kicked out by BB Dubai, and now who's like in the astronaut suit. Then we have BB Dubai, who isn't the BB for this world, but I am assuming she's a BB from Hakuno's world, because Hakuno is here. Also, this world, this world's BB, I guess we don't know. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell us about the final boss of humanity's annihilation showdown. It's an election campaign BB Dubai created. She says it's to choose how exactly humankind was wiped out. I see. So, okay. The voting only started after you guys showed up, but election campaigns have been happening for the last 19 years. Damn. The people of Moon Dubai woke up in the year 3000, just like I did. And they were just as shocked as I was when they found out there were no more humans left on Earth. And that's when BB made an announcement on the citywide PA system. Humanity is gone. There's no denying that. Now let's give up on the lot of them and have conversation about how they died. Give up, huh? And you all just went along with that? Yes, it was unanimous. Facts are facts. Once we'd reached a consensus, the only thing left was to choose a file heading to save it under. See? This is what Hasara is like. And he's on our side. I swear, everyone in Dubai is just too damn stoic. Anyway, we eventually agreed to next reach a consensus on the most plausible way that all of humankind could have died. That led to candidates espousing their positions, which led to election beginning in earnest. Every day, candidates would present their ideal extinction method, and the areas with lots of people who agreed with them began to flourish. Old Dubai has always been last place in that regard. That also means we are constantly low on resources. We even had to give up on our trademark Ferris wheel just to make ends meet, since the thing gobbled up so much electricity. That's how it ended up in the area with the most money to spare. Oh, that's why the things are like all just like repositioned. Oh. Moon Dubai didn't used to have old-fashioned barter system. But then that damn lion man came along and brought pure commercialism to Dubai. So it wasn't my fault our Ferris wheel got taken away. That isn't the only thing that was taken, right? But we'll get to that in time. So that's all the questions we got for now, yeah? Then let's get to the most important topic. Okay, one thing I'm understanding. Like, this is the one thing that I was not able to understand. I was like, if humanity is gone, what is BB Dubai even talking about? Like humanity's extinction, we're going to do that again or whatever. So this election is about how they went out. Okay, that I can understand now. But then what the hell is Bibi Dubai talking about? Like, why is she saying that humanity, like, this is going to be the end of humanity? Like, as if she's talking about the present tense. There's still so much confusion about this whole thing. Okay, you know what? Let's continue. We'll understand little by little, I guess. It sounds like BB Cosmo figured out that everyone on Moon Dubai is an AI, but that's only half the story. You might want to sit down for this next part, Fujimaru. See, in this world, humans like you stopped being born after 2300. Okay. That was the year old humans decided to stop living like they had been, and then passed on their title of humanity to AI. So the transitioning happened. Okay. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is, all the AIs here are part of a new kind of humanity, and you're one of the old. Yeah, I could understand that. Well, honestly, there aren't any other old humans left even in the museum. You can't even call yourself that. Why did they do that? To extend their lifespans? We don't know for sure, but we know that wasn't it. Humans had already cracked immortality by, oh damn, 2300. So exactly when they cracked immortality, they decided to just become AIs? Maybe that's what they meant by being immortal. All humans were able to live forever, even in formats. Oh, okay, never mind. That is, organic bodies like yours. But turning them into AIs had even more benefits. Immortal though they were, humans were still limited. AIs, on the other hand, had more freedom in every possible way. Technology, discussions, entertainment, everything. Once that became clear, the old humans all converted themselves into AI and became new humans. That's what the majority of people on Moon Dubai are now. That is crazy. What in the hell? How can you even... Nah, man, this... You know what, as amusing as this is, I sincerely hope that this is not the direction that our world goes towards in the future, like 1,000 years later or something. Because, good lord, this is such a sad way to live. So, when you say they converted themselves into AI, do you mean they digitized their brains and became beings of pure intelligence living in a digital realm? Well, in a manner of speaking, yeah. But specifically, this world's new humans consists of AIs who were born from the digitally recorded data of individual people. Right. Okay, so this is like Fate Extra, kind of. Like, obviously I haven't played Fate Extra, so I cannot really say that much, but I do know, like, it has something to do with, like the servants, like, that were on Earth. Their recorded data were, like, summoned on the moon to fight the Grail War, or whatever they called it there. I forgot what they called it there. They didn't call it the Grail War. I think they called it something else. I don't remember. And that's why, like, you know, so many characters in Fate Extra looks exactly like a lot of characters from the Fate franchise, like like, you know, Archer, like, you know, like all the others, like, out there. Like, there's so many characters there. So because they're like data from Earth to the moon. So I know that part, you know, so I'm guessing it's something like that. They're a lot like servants, really. Take me for example. I'm a new derivative of myself created from my original base. Right. And okay, so is that why she's saying Ganesha isn't involved? Because, you know, making data, like, you know, like creating an AI kind of being from data might be able to replicate the servant, but I doubt it'll be able to replicate divinity, right? Like, you think you can replicate a god? Like, Jinako, like, you know, is a pseudo servant with Ganesha in her. So I don't think it can replicate Ganesha. It's impossible. Like Ganesha is a literal god. You cannot replicate a god through data, right? But the people we have met so far all had physical bodies. How does that work? Well, I guess it's like some kind of a, body or something. AI's real bodies are located in the towers. What? Remember those tall buildings we saw in the office area? Those are humanity's data servers. Ah, okay. His body is actually a nanopolymer frame. Even if it's destroyed, my real body will still be perfectly safe. Oh, so they're actually there. Okay. No, I don't know. I was thinking like they actually like all died and they're all only their like brain data is like they're in some sort of server. But no, so I'm guessing they're like the cryptors, like when they were like all in their coffins. It's like that. Right? Yeah. Okay. Think of it as a kind of remote. This way we remain immortal as long as our data servers survive. That's also why ordinary citizens of Moon Dubai feel free to attack seasoned warriors like yourselves. They know they won't die. Right. It also means this isn't a life and death matter for us like it is for you old humans. Since we lack the fear that comes with knowing you have only one life to live. Well, why don't we go to the buildings and start crashing those like servers? Like, then obviously like these AIs will realize what it means to to actually like fight a life and death battle. But then why were those laughing moon knights afraid? That's because our frames are a crucial part of our personality. Okay, the injuries we suffer aren't transmitted to our real bodies, but having our frames destroyed still damages our souls, our inner humanity, so to speak. Okay, that makes sense. Because, even if you're trying to kind of, like, even if your real body is there safe and sound, you're still using a body, and, like, humanly we're made to, like, in our head, we're made in such a way where if we get hurt, we get hurt. So even if it's not our own body, seeing your hands bleeding will be an emotional stress for you. So if you suddenly see your hand is like chopped off, laying down on the ground, even if that's not your real body, that'll kind of, mess with your brain. And yeah, that'll be traumatizing. So it'll mentally affect you quite a bit. Reacquiring and reconstructing destroyed frames takes time, and there are some things you can't recover once lost. Right. One of the reasons all humanity chose to become AIs is because AIs can also be associated with souls. Right. A soul can't be constructed from data. They arise from what already exists. Apparently, scholars at the time theorized that souls might be anything from links from another dimension. Wait, a soul cannot be constructed from data. They arise from what already exists. Yeah, okay. Because at the time theorized, souls might be anything. That's an interesting way of looking at it. Links from another dimension. Waveforms that spawn from the relationship between existence and time. Even pure thought returning from the end of universe. Waveforms that spawn from the relationship between existence and time. Pure thought. We new humans, that is third generation AIs born after 2300, have had all data from before that time discarded. If you want to know more about that time, you need to look for a specialized independent data archive. So all humans no longer exist and the people of Moon Dubai are all new humans. But in that case, there's one thing I don't understand. As long as you exist, humanity still isn't extinct. Right. So you're effectively choosing your own end in this, aren't you? And that would also explain why BB Dubai has been constantly saying like humanity eradication, like election. Like, I'm like, humanity is eradicated. What the hell are you talking about? But this will make sense now. Okay. I know, right? I just can't get on the same page with them on this one. This election is basically the AIs voting on their own demise. Yeah, literally. They must know it's going to affect them directly, but they keep choosing their favorite end like it's no big deal. And that is the question, why? Like, why, like, well, what the hell, like, made them to embrace this direction? Like, oh, you know what, yeah, we're just going to take our own lives. Like, obviously that's not your life is still there, like, preserved, but still. Like, let's vote on the best way to die. They could be talking about how to avoid their demise or how to start over, but it's like none of that even occurs to them. Sorry, Jinako. Facts are everything to us. We are not ones for complaining about results. Still, we do have preferences. A lot of AIs think that if we're going to die out anyway, we may as well go out with a bang. That's why? Oh my god. So why the hell did you guys even AI yourself? Like, what the hell is the point if you just are gonna be like, alright, let's just pull our life support out? Like, it's like you made a, like, you know, like a way to survive and become AI, and then now you're like, oh, let's like reverse that. What is the best way to do that? Let's make an election for that. And that's why nonsense like the Laughing Moon Knight Brigade's plan in Area F managed to keep support. Right. Go out with a bang. But don't AI value things like probability and practicality? That this is the 31st century, March. There's pretty much nothing you can't do nowadays. There no longer exists a method for humanity's extinction so outlandish it could not actually be done. Which is exactly why everyone wants to go out in a way they think it'll be fun. These AIs have all gone mad. I mean, if you're going to finish the game anyway, you might as well enjoy the ending, right? Bruh. Okay. Yeah, I still have questions, obviously. Like, what made these AIs be like, alright, let's listen to BB Dubai? Like, I'm assuming they're doing this on their own, like, choice? Like, they're not brainwashed or anything? Then why? Okay. Wait, what? Oh my god, why the hell? Alright, Custer. I am going to trade. Where is my card? There's one assassin we're gonna fight? Or is it multiple assassins? Alright, you know what? Let's do this. I don't really use her that much, but you know, she's very good. So I'm gonna try to use her here. Where is it? Okay, let's just bring... wait, will I have to bring in Marsh? I might. Okay, let's bring Skadi. And let me bring Alice, yeah. I'm just going to keep Draco in the back just in case. Or if I have to take Marsh, I guess I'll just switch. Wait a minute, let me see. Okay, no, apparently not. Alright. Alright, we should probably talk about our next move and what we ultimately want to accomplish. Hang on, we were told we could find Lip here. Oh. Who told you that? Oh, right, Bibi. She put the statue of Lip here and all. So yeah, Lip is here in statue form. Basically, she's been preserved in her spirit origin graph state. But to make a long story short, she may as well not be here. I know where she is, but I'm not telling you until you're in proper fighting form. Are you talking about how she's having trouble performing simple summons? Bibi Dubai said it's impossible to summon heroic spirits here because no one on Moon Dubai knows any human history anymore. Not no one, but only a few. That and your connection to Kalde has been completely cut off, so that they can't provide you with magical energy anymore. That's why Fujimaru's having trouble to summoning more than one at a time now. He has to rely on just his own magical energy. Right. He might still be able to summon 3 at a time if he really pushes himself, but that's it. Wait, I just selected 4 characters, right? It's not that there's anything wrong with you, Fujimaru, you're just low on resources. So if he can find a new source of magical energy, he'll be able to fight like he usually does again? Exactly. There's an easy fix for that too. You should try it out tomorrow. Tomorrow? I've already arranged for rooms for you guys. For now, I say take a load off. Old Dubai is your new home, away from home. That's great, thank you, but oh, that's right, what about food? Does the fact that everyone's an AI means they don't need to eat or drink? Come on, you think Jinako's going to like let that happen? There's literally a master box there. Like, what was that for then? Don't you worry about that. You'll see why soon enough. Show them to their rooms, would you, Hasara? I'd do it myself, but then I'd have to move. Oh my god. Yes, I know. I wouldn't expect any otherwise. Fujimaru, Mash, Bartolomeo, come with me. I'll show you a bit of Old Dubai on the way to your rooms. Right, everyone is here. See anything you like, sir? How about this ancient GPU? Lots of AIs carry them around as good luck charms. What's that? Do you have any CPUs? Don't be silly. I'm so sorry, but today's art class was only in morning. I'm going shopping for art supplies this afternoon, so... Yes. That's right, I'll be taking a cruise ship to Area D. I've heard I can get more paint there. There you go, being careless with your frame again. Your neuron layer's way past its threshold. I know you're having fun, but you can't go around reforming every building in Old Dubai. You need to rest too. There's an unregistered ship at the dock. They're requesting raw materials for repairs. You sure I'll go? Those E-ships are the first generation, right? I've always wanted to work on one of those. I can't believe there's still one in service. This is amazing. I didn't think I'd ever see one outside the museum. I see lots of people are hard at work. There doesn't seem to be much difference between them and us, even though they're AIs. I see, so scenes like these were very normal for old humans, huh? This is the only part of the cities that's so noisy. As you've probably imagined, Moon Dubai, or rather new humans, have no need for labor. The entire point of inventing AI was to spare humanity the trouble of labor. Once AI took over everything, including giving birth, teaching how... What? I guess that makes sense, because obviously they just digitized themselves into AI, so why the hell would they even need to give birth? Teaching, housework, creating, manufacturing and transporting. People's happiness and quality of life grew by leaps and bounds, and wars became a thing of past. International disputes, political problems, currency issues all became things of the past. Thanks to AI's unprecedented processing power, Earth's resources were finally being distributed equally to everyone. People no longer had to compete to survive, nor did they have to work for their entertainment. Wait, isn't this like the same thing that happened with Lost Well 7, where everything was like just there, so they just stopped growing and evolving, like, you know, like they fell into stagnancy? If people wanted something, they could just touch it in a catalog and have it delivered, or made it on the spot in under an hour. Unlike old humans who are here used to order things manually, then wait for them to deliver it. You know what's crazier? Even before that, we actually had to go and buy the things. We couldn't order it. You know, we had to like physically walk to the market and then buy things. These people would probably lose their mind if they got to know about that. Well, AI society is much more efficient. Before long, even the idea of transporting necessities faded. If anyone needed anything, they could just be made on the spot using one of the 3D printers installed in every room of their house. Oh my god. And all at no cost, of course. Yeah, so wow, so you no longer needed money then. That's right, humans everywhere were freed from labor. We proved beyond doubt that requiring individuals to work to survive was a flaw in an immature society. Thanks to AI, humans were free to live however they wished. They no longer had to want for anything. This is insane. Like, like, you know what's funny? Obviously, this came out 2 years ago in JP. Back then, obviously, AI was there, but it wasn't as like much used as nowadays. Like now, 2 years later, when I'm reading this in NA, obviously, this is crazy how much I'm thinking about. Like, yeah, like this will probably be reality in probably a few decades. Good God. After a century of living like that, humans decide to become AIs themselves. These days, labor is a privilege reserved for second generation AI. What? Labor is a privilege? Right. Reserved for second generation AIs. Third gen ones like me don't have to work for you. Wow, that is insane. So basically, labor is a privilege because obviously nobody needs to work anymore. So if you want to work, that's actually more rare, like rarer than not working. So it's like, it's become the reverse thing. Like, oh my god, like, okay. Like obviously now, like still in this world, in this like, you know, like year 2026, not doing any work or not like you know, like working hard is, you could say it's a privilege, you know, like, and still getting all your ends meet. And working is something that we understand. So this became reversed because now like they don't have to work, that's why. Wow. But as you can see, this area is home to a bunch of eccentrics, so it doesn't work out like that. But I digress. Never mind us, you'll understand more soon enough. More importantly, why don't you go check out that shop? They carry something I'm sure you can use. Something in there smells amazing. What the? Welcome. What can I get for you? It's a burger place. They're even making them right in the open. Look, senpai, here's the menu. They have a jumbo meal with only the best tasting dishes, a healthy meal with a focus on nutritious options, and a merry meal that comes with a toy. What are you going to go with? Jumbo all the way, double meat. Just what I was thinking too. It looks so juicy and filling. Thank you. Please enjoy your stay. There are other places to eat around here too. While you have the time, I suggest looking around to find what suits you. Okay, so I'm assuming the reason why food places still exist is because even though these people don't need food, they're still using like a body. Like, you know, they eat to kind of, I guess, maybe as a not a luxury, but as like a thing they like to do, like a what's that word? Like a recreation kind of thing. Or to keep their, like, you know, like normal like life kind of continuity like that. Because one thing here, as we can see, like these people, even though their bodies like they're in the pod or whatever, they need to make sure everything goes smoothly. So, you know, chopping off your hand or leg is going to be mentally stressful. And, you know, as we saw, because, you know, like our brains aren't developed like that. Like, you know, we need food, we need sleep, we need to keep our bodies safe and healthy. You know, these, if they get somehow interrupted, it'll be a huge mental stress and it'll probably break down our internal functions in a way. So I think they still need to keep, like, you know, the normal human activities going, like eating, you know, so that they feel normal like that. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because this is really reminding me of Nike, you know, Nike, goddess of victory, you know, because there, Nikes don't need food and all that, but they still do that to keep their normal body, like, you know, to keep their sanity basically. Like, you know, even their blood is red colored. They like artificially made it red so that seeing that they can feel normal, like humans. You know, they have to sleep, they have to eat a little bit. Obviously, they don't need to eat like a lot like human beings, but they still need to eat to keep their mental sanity and their mental well-being. You know, that kind of thing. Otherwise, if they don't do that, they go through a mind switch where they kind of go like, you know, haywire because they feel like they're not humans. And you know, even though their bodies and everything is like humans, like a mental disconnect with everything, like they cannot let that happen. I'm assuming it is the same thing that's going on here as well. I don't know, let's see. AIs with organic frames come eat at these places sometimes too, but not many of them. So the owners will be thrilled to have more customers. Nothing more wasteful than an empty restaurant after all. Will that be all? Thank you. Please come again. Okay, let's go. Next up, your living quarters. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, humans. Here, this will be your place. Make yourselves at home. This is great, it's so roomy, thank you. No need to thank me. It's our duty as humans to provide people with their own space. Anyway, you should know Moon Dubai is set to follow a day and night cycle. It'll be night pretty soon. I'm sure you'll still have more questions, but for now, I suggest you get some sleep. Alright, see you later. I'll be back for you tomorrow morning with a job and labor. Huh? A job and labor? Aren't those the same thing? Yeah. No, I guess not, because like they were literally explaining how labor is something. Oh, what the hell is this? Remember what Jinako said, you can't summon servants easily right now because you lack resources. Huh? Whoa, what the hell? But unfortunately, old Dubai doesn't have enough resources to share with you guys. So here's what you're gonna do. Huh? What, we have to dig or something? You're going to exterminate an oversized pest that also happens to contain a wealth of materials, a sandworm. Wow, we're going to be farming for materials, yay! I'm going to what? Jinako does this in her video game and we're doing this in real life. What's more, Mashi is off on a different assignment, so she won't be able to help. Hello? How the hell am I going to... Oh, I guess I can do the simple summons. Now go on. Oh, and I guess Baslam is here with us as well. Fine, show me what you're made of. You can't take it easy on an enemy like this. If things look dire, don't be afraid to use your command spells. I don't think I'll need that. Fatal battle, oh my god. Albatron heavy mechanic. Okay, so, wait a minute, let me just reread the skills because I've forgotten what they do. And quick card effectiveness, R's effectiveness, MP card for yourself, MP gain for all allies, increase defense, deter. Only when in a forest, city or darkness. This is neither of them. Okay, that's fantastic. Robbing counter remains maximum. Substitute and time for yeah, okay, so
どこに隠れているのかしら。最後まで諦めないで。そこにいるのね。かわいそうに。こういうこともできる。どれにしようかな。すぐ汚れてしまうかも。アリスさん、それやばいっす。うるさい、触らないで。これ汚い、小さい、邪魔。ええ、だから踏み潰してしまいなさい。追ってどこにいても暗闇、無差別。
alright. Rock. Why is this invincible? 5. Oh my god. What the hell is this? They couldn't give like a normal.
命令なんだと汚れてしまうかもささやかもろいもろい身をつ
Wait, who stunned her?
Hey, 汚れてすぐミルクに溶ける絶ブレスなんてグリフォンダメ溢れる出てこないでなんて嘘いつまで人間の味方をするのこれが私の正体なのにね
Damn. Stunned again?
こういうこともできるこういうこともできる帰らずの汚れてしまうかもアイス落としちゃったならもういらないわよねみんな忘れてしまいましょう予想どこに隠れているのかしら
Right, they're gonna use an NT, so...
パチンパチン命令すぐ目の前ささやかもろいもろい咀嚼して
Alright. Well, Robin took my hit. For me. Thank you, Robin. Right.
汚れてしまうかもすぐパチンパチン離さない身につけ追っても暗闇で消さない誰か
Why is this thing not targeting Alice at all? Alright, okay, well.
どこに隠れているのかしら褒美をやろう剣を見せるこれ着物の象
Alright.
徴のよかろうロササンウィアワリティよい揺れる
Oh, good lord!
そうティータイムは後にしましょうしばらく甘いものはいらないから
Alright, and there you go. Well, that was easy. Took a while because I took Alice with me. Alright, so we got our materials, hopefully. What a haul! What a thing! Seeing a master from back when there were no restrictions on fighting instincts. Now, I'll split the resources we got from the sandworm right down the middle and use them to charge Marsh's shield. Okay. You win, we win, everyone wins. Thanks for the help. We'll be counting on you to do this every day. Wow. So is this what you meant by labor? That's right. You got labor. Marsh got a job. Okay. And Bartholomew's here for fun, I guess. Hey now, that's not fair. I might have only been steering the sand ship, but that's still perfectly a good job, right? I thought so at first, yes. The thing is, your stress levels were practically nil. Not to mention, the ship's guide told us that you were just shooting the breeze with her in the report. Yeah, so what's the difference between job and labor anyway? The difference? Well, obviously. Oh, hello senpai. Hello Bartholomew, welcome back. Okay, so as far as I can understand, job is basically like a job, obviously like something that you're doing like, and labor is like actually like kind of like using your physical and mental, like as we were doing labor. Job is like oh, like you're a bartender, or you are like a, I don't know, like a waitress or something, or a shopkeeper. Is that what it is? But those also require labor, right? Looks like you finished your lesson for the day, Marsh. How did it go with our militia? It was wonderful. They were all such avid learners. Yeah, okay, so there you go. I was correct. So basically a job is like a title where you can, like, you know, she's a teacher, basically. Kind of, I guess. Like a trainer. That's a job. But jobs require labor, so I don't get it. Like, why are they, like, distinguishing these two? Like... I only know so much, and I learned all of it from Leonidas. But if that knowledge can help the militia improve their own skills, I could ask for nothing more. So even in 39, spirit of Sparta lives on. I see, so you were working as Old Dubai's militia's close quarter combat trainer. That does sound more like a job than labor. Yeah, but that also requires labor, right? Or, oh, I guess, okay, you know what? Okay, I can see what they're trying to say. So basically labor is like physical labor. Like, you know, like you're just, you know, physically, like what Fujimaru is doing. While job obviously requires labor, but it's more of a, like a thing where it's not fully physical labor. You have to use your experience and everything to, yeah, something like that. That's right, we knew humans ditched those concepts ages ago. Labor is a task which must be completed for survival, while a job has its own intrinsic value. Yeah, I can see that. We've been separating them here, but they say work used to naturally encompass both in equal measure. Yeah, like I was saying. I see, so labor is a necessary task to acquire nutrients for survival, while a job contributes to society at large. Yeah. So labor is gathering the raw materials, while job is kind of using them, those raw materials, to kind of like, you know, like make a functioning society, basically. Right. So we break our ass getting these stuff for the people. Yeah, so it's more or less kind of like the same for, yeah, but no, but like they said, like it is like the old humans, job and labor were kind of like this, like had both of them at the same time, which is what I was multiple times saying. I was like, yeah, job means labor, so whatever job it is. But yeah, I can see what they're trying to say. But if nobody here has to do either of those, then does that mean the advancement of AI meant that people stopped doing jobs as well as hard labor? Yep, I'm assuming. Because AI stole their jobs. Wow, I shouldn't laugh. It's pretty funny because of the current situation of the world. Oh, good God. Right, in our timeline, AI was first developed at the tail end of 20th century, with generative AI becoming commonplace around the year 2000. Back then, AI was effectively just a prediction engine that could choose its responses from a wide library of similar words, images, and technology, but it became steadily more human every time new information processing formats were invented. AI experts at the time said the biggest problems with AI, like hallucinations, would eventually be resolved. Wow. And that would then lead to a singularity where AI would outstrip human intelligence and ability. Yeah, well, here we are in FGO. AI was originally created to aid humanity, but it was believed that in its ultimate form, it would inevitably do everything humans could do but better. Really? Generative AI was developed that late in your timeline? I don't know if this is true, but I heard from a street vendor that in our timeline, AI became widespread before the year 2000. Oh damn! Okay. It then went to reach a singularity before the old humans' political ideologies and systems of governance showed their limits. Things moved quickly after that. The first thing post-singularity AIs did was make bodies for themselves, robots, right. They then advanced and perfected methods and technologies that would let them work in place of humans. The oldest general purpose robot was manufactured in 1999, so at that point, humans already no longer needed to perform labor to survive. AI did not steal their jobs though, rather it made those jobs unnecessary. The distinction is an important one. That's interesting because, you know, like obviously, like it now seems like obviously AIs are taking our jobs, but a time will actually come, like here, where like if it reaches a stage where you don't even have to do any job to survive, then the whole thing will kind of be like, oh, AIs are not taking our jobs, but it is making job unnecessary completely. Like now obviously like AI is not that like, you know, like that much widespread. That's why it is seeming like AIs are taking our job. But can you imagine like 1,000 years later from now, where AI will be so much widely used that by that time it won't be that, oh, AIs are taking our job. It'll be like, oh, we don't even need to work. AIs are going to be doing it. You know, that kind of thing. Humanity has been working towards that for millennia, haven't they? A society where people don't have to work to live. Like, as much as it sounds nice, but at the same time it's kind of scary as well, because then, like, what do you do then? Like, I don't know, it's like such a foreign concept that, oh, you don't have to work to survive. It just feels wrong. At this point, like if someone tells you that, oh yeah, you know what, you don't have to worry about anything. You can just chill. AIs are just going to do all your work and it's just going to, like, you know, like feed you, like keep your well-being, and you can just chill and do nothing. You'll be like, ah, that's pretty cool. But then also you'll be like, yeah, it's a bit weird and unusual. Like, what do I do then? Like, what is my sense of like purpose then? Why am I here? You know, that kind of thing it'll be. Like, because now, like, people have a purpose. Like, oh, I'm working for my family. I'm working for my child. I'm working to keep my family, you know, stay afloat. You know, like someone like, for example, like a little kid. They are going to school because they want to become something, like, you know, like in the future, you know. And all, like every single person with sentience, they have a purpose. Be it it's a, like, let it be like a very small kid, like a teenager, be it an adult, an old person, you know, like they have a sense of purpose. That's why they're, like, you know, doing it. So what will happen when that sense of purpose will be taken away from you? The first thing that comes to my mind is depression. People are going to get depressed. Like, why am I even here? Like, why do I exist? They're gonna, like, I'm not even necessary. I even if I don't exist, everything will still go on. That'll be the first thing that happens, like depression. People are gonna get depressed. I don't know, man. Like this, good lord. Well, in our timeline, we got there. I have zero doubts that that was the just thing to do. However, there seems to have been many problems with the humans in whose hands that justice rested. As a result, the period between 2000 and 2300 is considered a dark age. Not even AIs were told what happened then. Damn! We just figure it was such a dangerous time that knowledge of it had to be censored from good. Holy. Sounds like technology was way more advanced in this timeline, yeah. I wouldn't say that. I doubt this world is more than 20 years ahead of you technologically. I guess. As long as there's sufficient foundation in place, artificial intelligence will inevitably grow exponentially. We AIs were lucky. We just barely made it in time. Do you know how the bigger you make something, the more reluctant you are to tear it down? It's a lot like that, yeah. So I guess your world's foundation was already completed before these new technologies came about. Right. Thank you for your wonderful dinner. The rice dish in particular tastes just like chicken. Apparently, it's a recreation of an old world home cooked dish called Machibos Tajaj. I have no idea. The owner of the restaurant that made it, I think his name was Takeri, looks a little unusual, but he's an excellent cook. Unusual? What? I can finally feel like I can catch my breath. Alright, we should probably discuss our next move now. Right, we escaped to Old Dubai to hide from the Moon Cancers. The Moon Cancer for this area, Jinako has no intention to participate in the final boss of humanity's annihilation showdown. Instead, she's sheltering us from the other candidates. Our only way back to Kalde is to change this world's foundation of humanity value. And I'm also wondering if we should do something about these contests of BBs. Yeah, this world might belong to a different timeline than ours, but I really don't like all this talk about determining the way humanity went extinct. I worry it could even affect our future if we're unlucky enough, yeah. So if we can stop this election, I think we should. I'm also wondering if other servants BB Dubai banished are okay. Yeah, they were all hurt pretty badly. But at any rate, we should focus on laying low for now. I say we stay here and build up our strength until Fujimaru can perform simple summons without issue again. What about going to investigate the other areas? I'm wondering about those too, especially Area E given its high approval rating. This isn't the time to be hasty though. Better to let Jinako handle those kind of investigations. Then, we're agreed. We'll be staying in Old Dubai for the next several days. It'll be a good chance to get familiar with life on Moon Dubai. Alright, let's get some rest so we can get back to work tomorrow. Oh my god, here we go. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Okay, we're fighting an Avenger. That's interesting. Marsh is required as a starting member. Bartholomew Roberts as well. Oh my god, why are they... Wait, Avengers. That means... Okay, you know what? Let me just... There's no Moon Cancer here? Oh, there you go. Oh my god, that is crazy. No, I'm not taking that. You know what? Let me just take Ordeal. Oh, wait. I can... Marsh and Bartholomew as starting members. Alright, no problem. Where is Marsh? Marsh, light down somewhere. And I'm gonna take... Where's BB? I'm gonna take BB with me. I'm gonna take a whole team of Moon Cancers with me. Jinako. Right. Fantastic. I don't know what this team is. Oh, you know what? Oh, they're doing like a time skip, I guess. Okay, what is that? If this is a moon, what is that? I All Dubai day 7. Oh damn, a 7-day time skip. Ugh, another day, hard day's work. What the hell? Yeah, this is him. Chuck it in. It's a camel. Alright. I don't know what to expect when they said that he looked a bit weird. Yeah, obviously he looks weird. Now, let's not give in to despair. How about some nice fresh donuts to take your time off things, please? Those are lucama, a delicious deep-fried sweet drizzled in syrup. Yes, that's right. I came across the recipe while I was digging through old records. Did you like these sorts of things, yes? Yes? Man, you're nothing like Hassan. I'm so glad. Here, have some. Ah, Bliss. Tomorrow I think I'll make a nice big platter of food for dinner. Should I grill some fish? A big platter of grilled fish? That must be must be. Yes, please, that sounds amazing. Hey now, try not to spoil him too much. You guys won't be staying here forever. Jackanim is a 2nd gen AI, so it's hard for him to say goodbye when he gets attached. Ah. Now that you mention it, Hasara, I've been meaning to ask. We know that everyone on Moon Dubai is an AI, but it sounds like not all AIs are the same. Yeah, I can see that. Like, her generation are the latest one, right? The ones who were at the beginning of... Okay, let's see. What are the differences between these 2nd and 3rd gens you've been mentioning? Yeah, you're 3rd gen, right? Yeah. Oh, did I not tell you about that yet? Sorry, it's such a common knowledge for us that it might have slipped my mind. Generation refers to the time period in which an AI was made. It also represents their stage. 1st gen AIs are human support units with limited capabilities made for specific purposes. Okay. They were designed primarily to help humans with their jobs. You've seen the barista robot at the Masterbucks, right? That's a 1st gen. Ah, okay, it's just normal robots. What about our sandship guide then? Is she 1st gen too? Her? Well, I guess you could say that. Anyway, 2nd gens are more advanced AIs that were designed to possess minds and abilities similar to humans. They go beyond mere support for humans and are more like full partners. There are even historical accounts of old humans marrying 2nd gen AIs. That actually turned out to be something of a societal problem, which resulted in an all 2nd gens using non-human body types for their frames. Wow. Okay, that's okay. Really? So that is why you have a camel's face, Chakarim? I thought that was just a mask because you love camels. So what? Oh my god. Nope, this is my real face. Have you actually seen a living camel before, Marsh? You have. That makes me so happy. I do love camels, and I'm thrilled to have you say I have a camel's face. Also, he didn't even know what his face was like. Like obviously he knows. I'm sure he's seen a mirror, but he didn't know what it was about. Like that it was a camel's face or whatever. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that was your real face, and that you were so proud of it. That's okay. Your face has a lovely shape too, Marsh. So does your Fujimaru. They seem different somehow from the ones on 3rd gen, friends. Well, that's no surprise. A 3rd gen's body is just an imitation. On which note, 3rd gen AIs have advanced from being humans' partners to a new type of full-blown human in their own right. Yeah. That being said, 1st and 2nd gens are citizens of Moon Dubai just like we are. There's no hierarchy among generations. We all equal and we share the same goal. We just happen to have different purposes. What goal is that? What, helping humanity? Oh wait, no, never mind. To replace humans. That's the reason we were created. Yeah, I guess. They were literally talking about that a few moments ago. Well. While we're at it, can I ask you all one more question? You all have different frames, bodies? But some of them are organic and functionally the same as mine and Senpai's. Why is it that? Isn't having an organic body, well, inconvenient? Inorganic bodies are more human. That is, they allow us to experience more human pleasures. Take this food for instance. Yeah, there you go. Jakarim here cooks. So only to make use of one of the skills he's learned. AIs don't need to go through all that trouble. We can input the data of a dish's nutrients, texture, and aroma directly into our heads, then receive the same satisfaction as actually eating a good meal. Wow. In fact, we can just input the satisfaction of having eaten a good meal directly to save even more trouble. Nah, man, this is something now. This is so weird. But after we checked the math, one area did stand out as having a clear difference between mere data and reality. Oh, what was that? Stress. Yep. Meals are means of replenishing the energy needed to be active. That's just true for AIs, even with our different formats. But when all humans ate, they just didn't replenish energy, they also helped recover from stress. Just like organic bodies have stresses unique to them, there exist stresses unique to AI. And you cannot experience that difference without an organic body of your own. No matter how much we have tried, electron-based neural networks just cannot replicate the phenomenon of recovering from stress by eating. Literally, as I was saying, like the mind is very important. That's why they were saying that they cannot, even though their bodies can be harmed, but it won't matter to them. They don't do it because it's going to affect the mind. Same with eating, same with everything. Sleep as well, I'm pretty sure is one of those things where they sleep because otherwise it's going to stress them out, because that's how human body is made, and they're just kind of replicating that in AIs. All of that is why some third gens decide to use organic frames as close in design to all humans as possible. You guys might be jealous of our immortality, but we're just as jealous as of your ability to increase your own happiness by doing something as simple as eating. And that's why they had the whole joy counter before. We had to fulfill that. I see. So is your frame organic too, Hasara? Only about 10%. My only organic parts are my skin and my brain. I didn't choose to experience the joys of eating. Right. Master Fujimaru, Miss Marsh. What? Bartholomew? Why did he reverse the middle? Okay. Sorry to interrupt you during your lunch break. The Laughing Moonlight Brigade is attacking us from the neighboring area. Oh my god. We can't understand their overwhelmingly violent nature on our own. Will you help us? It'll be a perfect post-meal not workout. Okay. Bartholomew. Not Bartholomew, Bartholomew. Oh. What in the hell? Machine Arthur? 13. Alright, bro, you need to leave. Seriously. I'm sorry, but... That was fun. Rough Rider.
ドを腰掛けに羽を伸ばせて気持ちいいセレブなの気に入ってもらえました
How do you do that?
リフレッシュリフレッシュ竹の爪にフラフラしますいきませんあっ
Okay, so let's do.
熱を帯びなさいマルミアドワーズうまくいきます時短装填済みです無駄なあがき砂丘によ
Damn.
有効レンジ入りましたゴールデンストーン
Wait, what? This? You're real strong now?
はあこのメニューいまいちでしたなかなか理想のデータには合えませんね
Alright. Understood. Exploding now. Ooh, okay. Bruh. It worked! Oh, that's why they all died. Not died, but just. So, was this like. Were they trying to kind of. Like, you know, obviously they're trying to see which extinction method is. You know, like by wiping out humanity is the best. So were they like experimenting on themselves? Like, oh, will this be a better way? Like exploding ourselves to. I understand now. Untrue. Yeah. Thank you, Master Fujimaru. I apologize on behalf of all the Moon Dubai citizens. Don't worry about the knights from Area F. They're hardly a threat. Our area may be weak, but so is theirs. Plus, they need to contend with an untamable monster. As long as King Protea is there, oh yeah, I doubt Area F will ever gain any new supporters. So she's being a good deterrent then. That's my Protea. I knew she was no ordinary girl with a hidden eye. That said, the other areas probably know you're here in old Dubai by now. Fujimaru, it wouldn't be long before the other moon cancers make a move. I'm afraid this might be the last quiet meal you have for a while. Yeah. Oh boy. Alright, I think I should end it over here. Yeah, I'll end it here. So there you go, guys. That was it for today's video. So we got to know quite a few things, you know, like what's going on. Bibi Dubai, what she's kind of doing here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check something. Timeline. Okay, here we go. So timeline starts from 2000. We still don't know what happened all in that time. So we'll get to that later, I guess. So 2300, third generation AI is developed, new human species is born, development of first generation AI ceases, and then 2400 and 500 we don't know what happened. 2600, Moon Dubai is constructed. 2999, all of humanity goes extinct. 3000, BB Dubai reactivates the AIs and begins redefinition. This is also when Jinako came in. Not only Jinako, all the ones were brought in by BB. And 3019, Kali arrives in Moon Dubai. So yeah, all these 19 years, Jinako was just stuck here. Right. Okay. So there you go. We got to know quite a few things here in this one little section. They gave us quite a few information. It's very interesting. You know, like, yeah, let's continue the gameplay and see what's, you know, like where this goes. And doing today's section made me think so much about the future of the world, seeing what's going on over here. Oh my god, yeah. I remember there was a day when what's happening nowadays with AI and everything, what's actually happening in reality, where things we used to think that, oh, this will happen in the future, and now it's here. So what we're seeing here in this obviously it's going to take a long amount of time for AI to completely replace humanity, if that even happens. Like, it'll probably take like 1,000 years for that. But still, like, this is crazy. Like, this can happen. Like, this might be actually the future. Like what we are seeing here. Oh my god, that's crazy. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. This was my gameplay for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yeah, that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next FGO video, which will be in a few days. So yeah, until then, goodbye and have a nice day.